Hello guys, Summer Xia here. Welcome to China Innovation Decoded, an interview-based podcast about innovation and founder insights in China, brought to you by Microsoft for Startups Shanghai. Today, we have invited Jill Tang, co-founder of Ladies Who Tech. Jill has been living and studying in Australia for a long time until she came back to China and joined her co-founder Charlene to start Ladies Who Tech.
It all started by a very kind invitation from my co-founder at Ladies Who Tech, Charlene Liu. She started this Ladies Who Tech forum on one of the Women Up platform in 2016.
They're focusing on raising awareness of the lack of women in the STEM industries and helping companies have more diversity. Today's episode will take you on a journey with Jill, and we're going to explore the hidden reasons as to why we're actively talking about this female leadership topic in the first place.
And on the same year, she went to San Francisco and attended thousands women in tech conference. And then she was amazed by all of those tech ladies who built spaceship, car, coders, developers. And then she was wondering why we don't have that platform or network in China. Yeah. And then she came back to Shanghai and asked me whether I'm interested in building up that platform and community with her. So that was end of 2016. After 2 hours intensive brainstorming session in my little apartment, we started our first official relaunching event on 6th of March, which is like 2017, right before Women's Day. And it's just, so we just started. Simple as it is.
Yeah, so it has been like 2 years.
Yes, for the official running operation, it has been almost 2 years by this March,
So are you guys in the tech industry or?
So Charlene has a double E degree, so she is the real woman in tech. But for me, I have finance background. But both of us are very good at building a community from our previous experience.
When I look around, I see many smart, well-educated women around me in the tech industry. And sometimes I tend to think about the reasons as to why those women can be treated unequally. What is the biggest issue here? Is it because they're lacking certain resources or hard to find mentorship along the way?
I have to be very honest that I personally, I haven't come across the situations being treated equally because of my gender. But I do realize actually from the cultural norm or the society, people tend to have a stereotyping that girls or women should do this or not that. So I think for me it's more about the historical culture stereotyping instead of because women's position. I know in some of the countries actually women were treated equally, but I think for China, women's position, especially in the tier 1, we are actually not doing too bad.
Right.
And also because of the past 30 years for the one-child policy, one-child generations, we are able to get access to a quality education. It's more about how the family or the society to see gender as girls or women. We were supposed to do certain things because of women. But again, because of Ladies Who Take this journey, I learned more in the tech industry that there are situations women treated unequally because of gender. So that's also the motivation for me to continue this journey, because I can clearly see the changes and the impact that we are making, which is beyond just helping them to get a job. It's really help a whole generation to uplifting women more than leadership or get a better career and get more involved in tech industry.
Jill, as well as myself luckily, hasn't experienced any unequal treatment because we're women. However, Jill has observed that the deep-rooted stereotype of the capabilities of women still exists?
I think with the challenges in the tech industry for the gender equality or diversity, it takes multiple layers and factors from each level, from the maybe kids level, right? Like, oh, girls go to the pink line Barbie doll instead of playing a video game or Lego, right? To up towards to, should I study STEM instead of finance, accounting, or fashion because I'm a girl? Whether I can find a husband if I'm building a car as my career, is that too muscular, right? It's all about, I think the key challenge is still the culture norm, the society, the stereotype. And then we don't have enough role models in the tech industry because people are not used to see women in the scene. If there are a lot of women already in the tech industry, if people are used to see women in those scenery, then no one even would wonder or hesitate to hire women in the tech positions. So that's one. And then number two is, I think overall, compared to men, women tend to have a self-doubt and confidence when there's opportunity come up. If there's a, say, CEO role or C-level role, when available, men will be like, okay, I'm gonna apply this role because I can do it. And the women will start self-doubting, I'm not sure if I can do it. Whether they, just tend to lack of confidence. So that's why we need to encourage them more to build that confidence. So therefore, we will need more role models in the leadership role in those industry and positions. So if you don't see it, you can't have it.
Right.
That's why we need to put more women in a leadership role. Then all of those uprising talented women can see the possibility for them to reach that position in one day. So overall, it's not an overnight fixed problem. It will take a while to build that momentum. But because it take a while, we have to start from now.
Right, definitely. So make, I guess, women in the tech industry make it a norm instead of people really shocked that there's actually women talking about, I don't know, blockchain or anything like artificial
space shape or yes.
How is ladies who tech's mission empathize with your own mission or goals in life?
Yes. For me, I think both of me and Charlene, we wanted to make a positive impact, right? But everyone have different mission or calling in their life. So for me, from all of my past startup experience, I realized my true calling is to help other people. But then it's come to what platform and how do you do this, right? So Ladies Who Tech give me opportunity to actually make an impact on those women's life, to realize their potential and their value in the industry. So what we can do is we really want to build this community and a platform for them to participate tech, but also enjoy the benefits that tech brings in. So what that means is our mission is we wanted to close the gender gap and promote the gender diversity and inclusion in the tech industry. So at the first stage where we are now is we continue promote role models in the tech industry, put as many women as we can in the tech scene, right? We don't do chicken soup stuff. We don't say, because we are women, so we are so rare. It's more about we put more women in the tech scenery talking about AI, blockchain, IoT, spaceship, whatever we can, put them as in as many scenarios as we can. So both men and women get used to see women talk about tech, right? That's stage one. And stage two is we hope that we can build this women in tech talent pool. Then the company can actually place more women in the tech positions. As I said, a lot of companies say, hey, we actually have not too bad ratio for men and women, but a lot of them are still not in the tech positions. Maybe they're in HR, in marketing, in product, but maybe not in coding, in software, hardware, or hardcore tech positions. So we wanted to be able to send those kind of talent to company, and that will be really help them to promote diversity in the company. And diversity is really important for innovation, building a better culture in a company, and a sustainable development for the company. And then that will help the company have a better design in services and product for the product they're trying to push to the market, because in the end, more than half of the consumers are women, right? You don't want to lose that market. That's why I always say to everyone, like, it's not a corporate social responsibility program anymore, not a HR program anymore. It's actually a business strategy, very important business strategy that people need to, the business people need to consider from day one, even for startup as well. Yeah.
How long do you think you will reach that goal of like having like a decent pool of like
I know,
because I know this probably takes time.
Look, the gender equality has been there for a long time. We have so many reports say if you do that, your company will make how much money, more profitable if you but then we are actually going backwards. So I think we really need help from every single party, government, policymakers, right? Big corporate, media, individual, right? So it will take time, but however, it's also up to how fast we scale, because the faster we scale, then the more influence we can make. Then when we have the more influence, then I think people can see the changes and then the benefit of those changes. Then will be more and more people get involved.
Right.
So that's, we are on our mission, because since it's already been 2 years running officially, so we wanted to have, so this is also our goal in 2019. It's a very important mission on how we can break through and then to really scale up this year. Yeah.
Because I feel a lot of those things are related to people's, like, changing people's mindset of like having women around them. And do you think having educational programs or like partner with other schools or universities is a way to break through?
Oh, it will be very, very helpful. We started from where we know and where the resource is at. So we have corporate resource, right? So we have quite a bit of senior women leaders in tech industry can be the role model. So we only started from where we know and where we have the most resources. But educator is one of the key player.
Right.
It's just we were not ready before, but now we are ready. We are ready to talk to all of those educators, universities or high schools, right, to promote and get more girls study in STEM. So prepare them for the future careers in STEM careers. So for sure. And then also we need to, people need to understand it's not overnight solution, because even there was, I forgot which, I don't know if it's McKinsey, which report, consulting company actually made report say, for any investment in diversity and inclusion, it will take minimum 3 to 5 years to see the numbers changing. So it's a marathon. It's not a one year or 2 year program. But again, Microsoft, the startups, right? For me, when I started, I thought, okay, I have 1 year, let me try. If I fail, I go back to corporate. But look at all of these startups, 3 years actually is the line to see whether you can survive or not, right? And all of those companies who made it, we thought, oh, wow, it's like overnight, they are lucky. But you look at them, how long they have been preparing to be explode and successful. So everything is long term. It's not overnight. It's always taking years to prepare and then to be seen. So I think people just need to be more patient to see the changes. However, if they don't get involved from day one, then they will suffer compared to their competitors started from now. So it takes patience, but again, it's strategy. They need to really start ASAP.
Just a curious question. So when you hang out with your, I guess, male friends, how do they react to you, like, being an organizer of or co-founder of Ladies Who Tech? Would you invite them to come to to your events?
Oh, yeah. Like at the beginning, we didn't have many male participants, right? Because they just feel scared when they see the name. Ladies who tech, how does that to do with me? So that's why we realized that. And then every single our promotion post, we will say at the beginning, loud and out and loud, say both men and women welcome. So now actually our male participant rates up quite high, 20 to 30%. Even like for our convention, fathers will buy tickets for their daughters to send their daughters come to our events. So it was really nice. So we, at a very early stage, we always include our, because men are our allies, right? They are very important because we know from day one, without men's help, the change is not going to happen. That's just period, right? So from day one, we're always trying to get men to involve. But of course, sometimes my male friends will be a little bit confused on, is that kind of reverse gender discrimination? Are you feminist or but I mean, this is really, so that's why we are aware of that. And therefore, we're trying to create a dialogue between men and women. That's why, as I mentioned to you before, that we are going to host International Women's Day event this year, is trying to create a dialogue between men and women. So I mean, yes, there are a lot of misunderstanding there. So that's our job, right? To get them to understand the things they would understand. What are the challenges women are facing, and actually how can they help us?
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. What do you think the opportunities and challenges lie in the tech industry, like for women, I don't know, in the next
there are a lot
5 years?
Because I think that's how, I mean, timing is very important. So I think
because more and more women are interested in involving.
Yeah, because you can see the, I would say, you can see decades, right? Every decade there's new trend about what kind of hot career to study for, right? Sometimes what are the opportunities available, job opportunities available in the market pushes what people study for, right? So now we are, the whole world is transiting to Industrial 4.0, which means kind of tech is fundamental for everything. If you don't know tech, well, then you're going to be out of jobs, or you're going to compete with robotics or AI for jobs, right? So you have to kind of understand tech, no matter in what perspective. So that's number one. And number two is, so that's why I call it a really great timing.
Definitely.
And secondly is because with women's involvement, as I mentioned earlier, that will contribute to a lot of innovation part. So will help, because you cannot have a man to design a product or service for women. So you need women's perspective for a lot of things. Thirdly, because of the technology, people always thinking, women, when they reach different life stage, when they get married, have kids, then they have to choose family or career, which is not true. Yes, maybe before, yes, but now I see so many women can balance that really well. And especially with the technology, now we can be so flexible, right? You still can spend time with your family, kids, but you still can contribute and add value towards to whatever the job you're working on. It just, because of technology, we can be more and more flexible in terms of the working format. Right, you can working from home. You can even working. It's not about geography or time-wise. It's not a problem anymore. If you want to keep the best talents.
So if you're like a stay-home mom, there will be courses in tech that are catered to them.
Of course, right? Like, there's so many freelancers now, freelancing job, right? And then you can working from home maybe. And a lot of company, because they want to keep the best talents, they would offer really good flexibility in terms of working hours. Maybe you can working from home. And then with the tech support, you don't need to be physically in office. So I think with all of those flexibility and then the benefit of high tech, I think it's a perfect timing for women to contribute to the tech industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And also I think, as you can see, the trend is like we will get a lot of support from AI or robotics in the near future, which we can see. But then again, humanity-wise, we can not lose that part. And then I think from the gender advantage is women tend to be better communicator. Not say all, right? I know some of men are really good communicator as well, but the portion-wise, women tend to be a better communicator. So I think, we will still need more humanity part, where women can contribute a lot of in that perspective and aspects.
Definitely like help each other in that sense. So I guess what advices would you give, I guess, young girls or women who are eager to join tech industry?
I think this advice should be for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
Man, you need to listen as well.
Listen carefully.
Yes. I think firstly, tech or STEM is not scary, but of course, it's really based on your personal interest. If you're not interested in tech,
right,
you study tech just because for you don't want to be unemployed, then I would say then don't choose tech. But if you love STEM, if you love tech, then go for it. There's no science said women are less capable of studying or working in tech career. That's number one. And then when you get involved in tech, I think really ask for what you deserve or what you want, and ask support from your peers, both women and men. And then for our male allies, if you wanted to have a more innovation, better culture team, or you are middle managers, support your women colleagues. Help them to go through each career step in a every layer, because to be the future inspirational leaders, this is a very, very important key element for you to get taking account into your strategy part. So I think I would say invest in women, we all win.
Great. Thank you so much, Jill. Actually, I have some time for you to do a plug-in for Ladies Who Tech. So I guess feel free to let people know how to find you guys.
Yes. So listen carefully here.
Yes.
You can find us on LinkedIn and our website, ladieswhotech.cn. Not .com, .cn.
.cn.
Yeah, we're always looking for partners, we always look for partners, communities, everyone that we can get support from. Because we do know without everyone's help, the change cannot happen. So I'm looking forward to hear all of you, and hopefully in the 2019 or all of the coming years, we can collaborate and make this change happen. So I will be looking forward to hear from all of you.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jill.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
See ya.